Yeah, I can. So you're good to go. I'm sorry we got both of our commercials at the same time. We had a technical problem earlier when Vishal was supposed to go on, but not to worry. We've got enough flexibility in the schedule. So if you're ready,
There's
this is
always
Ryan Radcliffe from our
there's always
other
there's always
sponsor.
more than one Ryan, so it's not me, huh?
No, no, sorry,
Okay,
Ryan Radcliffe.
Roger that.
Ryan, you're going to be part of our double header Ryan to Ryan handoff here. So I appreciate you also.
There
Sounds
you
good.
go.
Alan, Paul, thanks so much for having me. Hey, folks, my name is Ryan Radcliffe. I lead product marketing here. I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. So I lead product marketing here at SupportLogic. I got about 5 minutes. I might go a little over. This is going to be a bit of a cyclone, but I can't wait to tell you about SupportLogic and what we're doing. So I'm going to be brisk, and I've got about 5 or 6 slides to share with you. So happy to be with you all today. So I want to start with the why, right? There's really 4 forces truly transforming the tech industry right now. And support experience has the unique power to impact every single one of these. What we're seeing with our customers and in the market is we're seeing domain-specific AI really boosting efficiency and productivity, right? And also what we're seeing is how important that standout experience is. It's not just an extra anymore. It's really the ultimate edge. The companies that are getting this right are building loyalty, they're keeping their customers coming back, and then moving up into that top right corner, subscription and usage models. Support isn't just about resolving issues in models like this. It's such a powerful driver of loyalty and growth. Folks stop using your product, they stop running the meter, you stop gaining revenue. And lastly, sustainable growth really demands a streamlined operation model. I think that's one of the reasons why we're all looking at AI, is to deliver more value as you scale. We know that every IPO, every startup must focus on the customer experience if they plan to scale. And we really see support experience as that glue that connects all of this. So, of course, there's so much uncertainty, right? And I've been on since 9 with all of you, hearing about the uncertainty when it comes to data quality and process integration. These are all in line with what we've been discussing and what we see today. And so we're seeing something different, though, across our customers. Across all these verticals, and there's some incredible brands here, of course, Red Hat, Coveo, and so many more on with us today, are seeing real results with AI, predictive AI, generative AI, using something that we call unified observability across these different verticals. So where does all this start? It starts with a layer of intelligence on your existing support ticketing system. I mean, as this animation builds, I'm going to kind of talk through this. With your existing system, you really only get metadata, right? But what SupportLogic is doing is we're extracting over 40 signals out of the messy data, out of the conversations that are happening. And we're not just talking about negative sentiment and positive sentiment. This is deep sentiment analysis, lack of progress, frustration, documentation gaps, critical issues, urgency, profanity, confusion. But we don't stop there. There are signals about your product that are very specific to your product ecosystem. We extract signals about the technology that your customers are using, the browser they're using, the operating system they're using, version number, firmware, all those sorts of things get extracted. And they all show up in the analytics part of our platform. But we also extract outbound communication. So much of our quality assurance is about the fact that at any point in time, there are multiple people in different departments hitting your customers with information, with communication. Are they saying the right things? Are your customer-facing people showing empathy? Are they being polite? Are they moving the conversation forward? These are all things that the NLP that SupportLogic creates uses to analyze your conversations can identify. Are there meaningful interactions happening? And the NLP allows all that to happen. But it's not sufficient to just extract signals. You've got to maintain that context across conversational boundaries, across text, email, voice, across the omni-channel. And it's critical, really, for any business that is serving other business. And it's so essential that you keep that context, because it's not just interacting with customers one time, right? This is a kind of a continuous journey, and we all know that on the call. So some of the things I want to point out here in the middle of the right side of the screen are the sentiment score, the attention score, and the account health score. And also, what's the likelihood that a customer is going to escalate, right? Escalation prediction is one of the things that we really hang our hat on. What's the likelihood a customer will churn? We've got some really exciting account level stuff that we've rolled out in the last few months that I'm really excited to show you. So we extract all this and we provide you a real contextual intelligence. One thing I want to highlight, though, and I've only got a couple more slides left, is the impact that this intersection can have. This is where folks are really seeing a lasting impact in their organization, where those signals I talked about, combined with your metadata, your product, your features, your conversation count, case age, all those kinds of things, combining with these signals that we're pulling out. And that's where there's real gold, where someone in a VP or a support management role can really look at what's going on across my data and really make an impactful change, whether it's to a product, team resources, support culture. You've now got the analytics to really back up how your customers feel and pivot that with what's happening with your products and in your cases. So it's extremely powerful. This next slide I want to flash up is an eye chart. I understand that. But I just wanted to present this as really showing you the suite of what SupportLogic does, with some notable things highlighted here, including the escalation management that I talked about, the 40 signal extraction, our automatic case assignment, the knowledge assist, the proactive knowledge assist that we have built into our CRM widget now, and then the account summarization that I talked about earlier. I know I've got just about a little bit of time left, but just as a call to action to everyone on the call, every Friday I host an open demo Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific. Join me and I'll show you what this actually looks like inside the product. And I'm going to drop a couple links in the chat. We held our very first in-person conference that Al was a big part of back in October. If you want a more expanded version of a lot of what I'm talking about, a lot more in-depth version, I really implore you to go check out Krishna, our CEO's keynote, and also Karan, our Chief Product Officer's product keynote, where they really go in depth on these things. If you don't feel like getting a demo, check out those keynotes from our conference, and I'll drop these in the chat. So thanks everyone for listening to me for a little bit, and hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Ryan. And I just should add that both SupportLogic and Search Unify are used by some of the world's best websites, support websites, and as well as Coveo, who you'll be hearing from after the break, is a SupportLogic user. So these are real, and both companies have sponsored various things that we've done over quite a few years now. So yes, I do help them out with SX Live because I like what SX Live does. And I've been able to be a judge for them on some of the awards, or actually all of the